Welcome back, y'all. Just
Hi,
welcome,
this is
Mary,
and Amma,
and I'm annoyed.
and we're doing the 90-day fiance the other way.
And Evelyn said yes. She said yes
Yes,
to
to
Corey. The logic isn't clicking.
The thing is, she really wanted to say yes. You can see it. The other thing, I think that she looks like she has gained some weight, but I actually saw her stomach today because she always puts something. It seems as though she's pregnant.
I personally.
That's what I think. So I think that
Well,
she had already gone to the psychiatrist with him, the counselor, the couple counselor, and she has allowed herself to be talked into going back to Corey. So since she's already done all of that, she might as well try to make the best of it because that's what she wants. She at this point, and I don't know if she's pregnant. She kind of looks like, she has gained some weight, and I just wonder she might be pregnant. We don't know. Maybe we'll find out later. But it seems like she is willing to be like wooed into that marriage again.
personally, I believe that I don't think she's pregnant because she probably would have told him already.
Yeah.
And just because a woman gains weight does not mean that she's
And-
pregnant. We all have a little round thing going on down there.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
true.
just
That
I
could
don't
be-
I don't think that
It's
she
gonna
should
work.
stay with Corey.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy,
But-
but I think he'll be cheating a year from now
He probably
um,
will.
because this man lied to such an extent, and he even swore on his dead father.
Yeah.
That's a little psychopathic to me.
Yes, but then he was lying even as he was swearing.
Yeah, and he still has not told her the
Yeah.
full truth. He's a whole red banner. I would have cut my losses, and like Evelyn said, and Mom, you can attest to this.
Mm-hmm.
She was somebody who never gave second chances.
Yeah.
Isn't that something that you learned too?
Mm-hmm.
You don't give second chances.
Yeah.
When somebody crosses you like that, don't give them second chances because it just gives them, it makes them feel like
almost
it's
as if-
okay if I woo her back
Yeah.
and I do all this romantic stuff, I can still do it again and she'll come back. It
Yeah.
just creates a pattern. It just makes them think it's okay. So I don't think she should be with him. I think she should cut her losses.
He has conditioned her to accept that. Like, I
'Cause
think
he
the
broke
first
her down, I
time-
guess.
Yeah, he has broke her down to accept this really bad behavior because he'll do stuff, then he'll woo her, and to me, she just seems. The more I see her, she doesn't seem like that confident Evelyn
Not at all.
that we saw in the beginning. Kind of the same way as Elena,
Yeah.
the girl from Russia.
Yeah, that
They
girl, her
just
hair looks
look-
real full. Now her hair look like it's thinning. It's gotten
Yeah.
shorter, and she looking 2 times her age.
Yeah, because it's just like, just that hurt just weighs the woman
And the
down.
stress.
They feel depressed. That's what it looks like to me with
Yeah.
Evelyn and with Elena. And it's
It's
kind of
sad.
like, oh, well, you start thinking that, this is the person that I need to be with, but there are a lot of fishes in the sea. I'm telling you, one person cannot treat you bad. There are so many more men around
Hold on,
that
wait.
there.
Jenny.
Eh,
Jenny got the blessing.
Well,
Oh,
not
Titi.
quite, but the mother has tried.
The mother has tried to.
She has
Eh.
tried.
Kush, kush. The
But it
caca she
so
was going
cute.
through.
I know,
But
she was so
you
cute.
know, she said, sometimes with children, you have to let them be. Because if
Yeah.
you say, no, it'll make them want to.
Mm.
I've had that experience with my own mother.
Yeah.
But when she left me alone, I was like, you actually right. So, I mean, let's leave it alone.
Yeah.
My prognosis is he still won't marry Jenny. Because Submit does not want to be married to Jenny.
Yeah,
Personally.
we will see. You know what? I think though, that's what I was thinking
Because
myself.
he has been stringing her along.
Right.
And the guy even said, you don't need your parents' permission to get married.
Yeah.
They said this a while ago.
Yeah.
And he still used the parents as an excuse. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the behavior of Submit, and
Yeah.
based on that prognosis,
You know what
I'm
I
not
think?
sure.
I think that this time that his parents came and show Jenny the things that she needs to do as a wife in India, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's what Sumit probably has been missing. One, he's missing his work.
He missing his curry chicken or whatever.
His Indian culture.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of secluded. So I
Yeah.
think now that the parents have come and Jenny understands, even though they're not going to be in the house anymore,
Mm-hmm.
my hope is that, because she did say readily to the father, yes, I will change myself. Okay? So
Yeah.
I think that she finally understands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She finally understands the importance it is to submit. And so I think that just that little change she makes will just mean the world to submit. And I think based on that, because I think that's why he didn't want to marry her.
Well, that kitchen was nasty.
He couldn't articulate it to her. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't articulate it. Like, what do I need from you? You need to clean. He couldn't articulate, but when his mom came and she saw all of this stuff and she talked to Jenny, I think Jenny now finally understands.
Yeah.
And she will do better, to the point that Sumit will be like, yeah, I can marry her now. Everything's out there. I've told her how I feel and what I expect that he couldn't say before.
Yeah, because, I mean, this man, this is the culture he's grown up with. Just like you, Jenny, have grown up in American culture, this man has grown up in India, where he's used to the women cooking, cleaning, taking care of household and stuff, and you go to your home, and it looks like rats could live there. Mm-hmm. It ain't right.
Yeah, it was really...
It was disturbing. I mean,
what is that noise?
That's the cat playing with the litter box. But, I mean, of course, men, I'm not saying that women are the only ones that should be cooking and cleaning. Submit, you also, too. I mean, she's an American woman. Here, we believe in modern roles.
And it's funny because the mom says Sumit can cook, but he
don't cook.
He has not shown that to Jenny.
No.
That's because he's like,
well, he's like, because one, she's older, so, and she got herself a young man, you know, so she's probably thinking, oh, he needs to be cooking for me, this, that, and third, or whatever. Yeah. But you are in India, Jenny. Yeah. It's different.
Well, you know
there.
what was really cool? The astrology. Apparently,
he said that he was going to marry.
They follow the astrologist, and the astrologist had told him. They had told the father when Sumit was like very young, had said that, you know, your son is going to marry an older woman and a foreigner, something like that. And so he had already told the father. So when
I think the father didn't want to believe it
came, and I guess really talked to the mom and just said, look, you need to stay away. You need, like, what kind of mother are you? He was like, you're a selfish mother.
That's what it seems to me.
Yes, if this is what you're going to do with your son, don't be the reason why he and this woman break up.
If they're going to break up, let it be on their own accord.
And he's like, it's in the stars. And it was so cute when she says, it's in the stars. What could I do if it's in the stars? I felt so bad. Even Jenny looked like she wanted to cry.
Well, that father should have warned that mother. But I think he did not want to believe it.
Yeah.
He was like, this man, he's a liar. Watch, he's going to get married to an Indian gal. It'll be all fine.
They really believe in astrology and all of that. So they believe in that, you know. Yeah. So.
We were talking about Evelyn, though, and Corey. I also just wanted to say quickly that I feel like also the reason why Evelyn might be staying in the marriage is because in their culture, once you marry, you never divorce.
That's right. Because they are, I don't know if they're Catholic or Christian, but they're really strong in their faith, and they said no divorce. Yeah. The mother said once you marry, you cannot divorce.
Now.
So hopefully Corey, is that his name, Corey?
Yeah, his name's Corey.
Yeah, hopefully he will take it seriously this time. But I
don't have strong hope.
Corey seems to me like someone who doesn't have
he seems like he can be full of it.
Self-esteem. Here he is in this country, and all of a sudden, you know, these women like him, probably also because he's American. And that could be the reason. And all of a sudden now, Corey, who never used to probably get a lot of attention, is getting all this attention. He doesn't know how to handle it. And decided to do the cheating thing. But I'm really hoping for Evelyn's sake, because I hate to see her looking so broken and sad. And it's not fair.
If a man breaks you down to a point where you don't even recognize yourself, you don't need to be with that person.
No. She has really
She used to
changed.
be so confident and like assured of herself.
Yes.
And if a woman is a woman who does not believe giving second chances, don't change that. Because if you change that, it sets you up for failure in your life. with
So
relationships.
I just really
in
hope
particular.
he doesn't hurt her again, but experience will say that he probably will with the cheating. You know, specifically with that.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's not even just about the cheating, but if you cheated, say you cheated, right? But you at least fessed up to it. You told the whole truth.
He
you know,
told a lie
and you,
because he wanted to
he
continue
lied.
cheating.
And then he, on top of that, put lies on top of lies and
Yes.
made it so, like,
Dust.
he
Dust
made
on
it
the-
seem like nothing happened, like it was a one night stand, but you were in a relationship with this girl for almost 7 months,
Yeah.
and you are married,
Mhm.
and she had a car accident, and you decide to stay with that girl instead of
Yes,
checking
do
on your
not
wife
come.
who could have
Exactly.
been dead.
Yeah.
It's really just the level and the extent that he took it to, and how
That's
much
true.
he lied. Because if you're so used to lying like that,
Exactly.
I mean, there's no telling what
Especially
you can do.
evoking his father's name.
And just saying
the
your
father
dead father.
recently died.
He died when he was in Ecuador, and you go and you swear on your dead father.
Mhm.
That's deep, yo.
Yeah.
I ain't
That's-
swearing on
that's-
nobody
yeah.
that has died if
I
I'm
think
lying.
I really think that if Jenny had given him any kind of indication that I am open to us being together, he will not be
Because
proposing
the
to Evelyn
way he
again.
hugged her, it was
I
like, come
doubt it.
here. You know, the man was blushing.
Yes.
I ain't never seen him blush with Evelyn like that.
Yeah.
That man was like flustered.
The last
And-
time he blushed with Evelyn was in the beginning of their relationship.
Yeah. And then on top of that,
Yeah.
you know, they asked him, oh, do you still have feelings for her or whatever and stuff. And he was like, I need a drink. You know, that's a deep question.
I know. Yeah.
Red flag. And then he seemed flustered when she said, oh, I have to go. I have a date. He was like, oh, yes. He's like, oh, let me
But
collect
he
my
wanted
things.
a hug.
Yeah,
before
he
she
wanted
left.
another hug. He sounded like those Dusties. I'd be like, where my hug at, girl? Where my hug at? Where my hug at? With cracked
Yeah.
lips and all.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mess.
Yeah.
So, but
we'll see. So
Kenny-
Armando and Kenny are getting married in 3 days.
Yeah, his father. I think
He's
last
still
episode.
saying that
he
he
can't-
can't come to.
I just feel
support
like,
him.
I mean, it's different for them in their culture. Here in America, it's all, it's acceptable and everybody is okay
Yeah.
with it. It's different over there. And,
Yeah.
and I don't think, just
Even though they
respect the
say that
father's
in Mexico
wishes.
it has recently started there, but it's still recent for
It's
them.
recent. I mean, it's been going on in
And-
America for at least a decade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Over-
it's very fresh for them. It probably will take a few more years before it's actually completely okay, like it is here in America.
Yeah.
So, I think
just maybe
Just-
the last 20 years it has been, being gay has been acceptable here. Because I even remember in the 1980s, that was a big thing. It's like people didn't really talk about it as much and stuff like that.
yeah,
So, Mexico, they're just starting.
They're just
now
starting. It's real fresh.
To, accept people's same-sex marriages
yeah.
and all that. So I think as time goes on, the father will just realize, hey, this is my son, and I'm going to be there and support him. But I think the father has tried to be
He
supportive.
really has tried.
He did not even expect the father to even
Come
come out
out
of the
and greet
house
him.
to greet him and
Just
Kenny.
don't
But
push
he
that
did,
man. Just still keep him in your life, because it's not like
Well,
he's completely banishing you from
he
his
has
sight. He's
not.
not saying like, "Oh, you're disgusting.
Exactly.
I don't come
He
around me."
hugs you.
He hugs you.
kisses
He
you.
respects you. He says,
Yeah.
"I love you. I just can't be there."
Can't be there right
And
now.
he even
And I think
requested
what
that they
it
don't
is-
kiss. So I think that would it'll be too much for him.
Well,
I don't think
the
he
other
wants
thing,
to be
his family,
imagining physical stuff.
Well, the other thing too, I think his families are coming, like family and
Yeah.
relatives, and so I think the father, he's focused on
Because you have
those
to do a
family
big
and
wedding.
relatives and what they think, instead of just focus on your son, your child, your family.
Yeah,
but
they might be saying
it's
that you're less of a
stages.
man because this is what has happened to your son or whatever.
And then the other thing with Kenny, I think Kenny gave him good advice, which is focus on the positive, and then just leave the negative.
Because at
If
least your
that's
mom and
hurting
your
you,
sister will
just
be there.
Let it go. Exactly.
And you
that's
never
what he
know. Your
said.
father could always come to a vow renewal you guys may have years
Yeah.
down the line. He might be more okay with
Yeah.
it by then.
And you see, Kenny, the reason why Kenny knows that eventually things will work itself out, because he's older. He's 20 years older than him. Almost 20 years older than him. So he knows that life experience.
He's 20 years older than him?
He's in his 50s and Armando is in his 30s. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that I know it's like, that older guy going for women who are younger, or
Anywho,
yeah. So
but
but yeah, he's in his 50s. I mean, I guess he looks good. He looks younger, right?
well, I didn't see any grays.
Yeah, because he has a blonde hair. Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, so I just think give the borrow some time.
Armando, he's still relatively young. Sometimes you feel everything has to happen right this second, but no. When you get older, you're in your 50s. You know by then that these things take time. You don't have to force anything down someone's throat. It will work out in the end. Take the good, leave the bad, the stuff that's hurting you. So I'm happy that Kenny's there to kind of just, he's not adding to Armando, like saying, oh, my father, if he doesn't do X, Y, Z, I may have to cut him off. He's not listening to that. It's like, you take the good, leave the bad.
Yeah, and
eventually,
honestly, the situation could
around,
be so much worse. There are people who have parents who have basically just disowned them for life.
Yes.
And he has not done that.
Yes.
So we just,
we see that
we look at the
show.
positive.
Exactly.
Look at the cup half full. He might not be there today, but he might be there.
And you never know. He might
now.
actually surprise you.
He might. You never know.
At the wedding, you just don't know.
But yeah,
so
it'll be
I'm
okay,
sure
Armando. Keep your head up.
Yeah, the mother probably will talk to him and be like, the mother might add her little threats to the father. The father might be like, okay, I better go. So.
Yeah, anyway, let's see what's going on with Elena and Steve.
Oh, she wants to go.
Hey!
I love that Indian music.
We gotta talk about Steven and Ayana. But we're gonna see what's going on with Jenny. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The mother is...
Sumit is thinking of 10 different ways that he can avoid this marriage.
I think he's okay.
When getting everybody's love.
Oh.
And never felt that kind of emotions before.
She said after listening to the astrologer, his words, that still she's had a change of heart and she just seems to be okay.
I would be so happy for Jenny in her 60s.
And your father too. You look
finding
okay
love.
Too. Yeah.
That smile, they're so happy. Oh.
This time it makes me speechless. Like my mind becomes
speechless.
Like, I don't even know how to react.
Mariam, what? I know. Before the past,
Papa God!
I think he did not want to get married. But I think it's because of
they're not going to give us their blessings.
the misted of his Indian culture. Now,
hold on, wait, let's see.
Okay.
They're not stopping us from it.
Okay.
And best part is like I'm not gonna lose my family. I don't have to choose one over another.
He's not gonna lose his family.
I can have both, and that's what I was fighting for. I always want a mom like a woman like right now.
Oh.
Just make sure you go in there and give those parents the biggest hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I should go and talk to my parents because I know that it's not easy at all for them, but I want to just hug my mother and thank them for letting
You have
me
to
do
go
whatever I
down
want
and you have
do.
to touch her feet. That's how we do things in India. You gotta touch the feet and say thank you. Oh. Oh.
Cute moment.
I know. Oh.
And the mother. Sorry, being a mama.
Right.
Oh, she says sit down. Oh.
फिर वो पता आपके लिए बिल्कुल आसान नहीं है, ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं, 1% भी आसान नहीं है,
Oh.
लेकिन फिर भी आप ने इतना बड़ा स्टेप लिया.
Yeah, she said for you. That's her baby.
माँ बदल सकती है
A
हर
mother
तरह
can
से.
change in every way for the child. It's so true.
बस बदला मेरे को.
Mothers out there. True.
कितना गुस्सा कर
I
लेती
used
थी
to get so angry with you. I will regret it so
मेरे मुंह
much.
से निकल गया है.
Oh.
मैंने दिल से नहीं कहा.
Yeah, she said she didn't mean it in her heart. Oh.
हर एक जो चीज पहले हुई थी ना वो
Everything in
चीज
the
भूल
past I have
चुका हूँ.
forgotten. Oh.
देखो आज तक जो भी हुआ, आज तक जो भी उससे कुछ ऐसा कोई फर्क तो नहीं पड़ा.
Oh.
सबसे अच्छी बात है देखो परिवार में जब ख्याल रहेगा ना तो खुशी रहेगी ना तो काफी चीजें होती है जो हमें परेशान करती है वो चली जाती हैं
Papa
देखते हैं
God.
कुछ क्या होता है आदत पड़ जाएगी काफी बदलाव आया है झगड़े खींचातानी से कुछ नहीं होगा
No, Mama. You have to let him go.
अपने को
I
बदल
know,
दिया है
she has changed herself. Oh,
किस्मत के ऊपर छोड़ दिया मैंने
you left it to fate. That's it. That's it.
मैंने
That's
भी
all we can do
छोड़
for
दिया
our
किस्मत को,
children.
तो शायद ये शादी से पीछे हट जाए तो मैं खुश रहूंगी
Her true desires have been revealed.
Okay.
और
she said,
अच्छी हो जाएगी अब मेरी मेरे को
she
इतना
said,
पता है।
hopefully he'll back out of being married. Okay.
टेंशन रहती थी ना
Okay,
वो
Mama.
मेरे को पूरे टाइम नहीं
She's not fooling nobody.
सब कुछ पॉजिटिव ही होगा
I feel a lot of love for her because
Now he can't blame the mom. If you break up, it's on you and Jenny.
Oh.
बहुत प्यार करती हूँ तेरे को
मेरे को पता है
Oh.
she loves me she wants to see me happy
I know. She
and for my
loves
happiness
He has no
and
excuse
everything,
now
she
not to
really
marry Jenny. But we will
wants
see if
to
he'll marry her.
and she
You
is
tired?
right now.
You're yawning.
I don't think I'm tired.
She's holding his
This
hand.
flight landed like 2 hours ago so he should be here soon
Oh my God.
I tell you.
the same person that I left when I left Ethiopia
You have.
when I see him have you heard from your dad is he coming
I
to
cannot with
Last
this
time my father
woman.
responded with no interest or care, so I don't think he's coming to the wedding.
Why don't you just call and see what's going on?
Why are we still calling the father?
Don't stop calling him. Stop calling his head his part. You guys have to, just like you want him to respect you and your choices, you have to
Respect him
respect
and give him
and his
space.
choices. He has taken the time.
He's already
He has
said no.
written to you. He has told you how he feels. He supports you. He loves you. He cannot be there. That's it. So I don't know what you want him to say. Do you want him to, just say something mean or whatever? Just let it be. Leave him alone.
Don't force it
Stop
down his
calling
esophagus.
him.
Yeah.
He has said his part. Just respect that. And then in time, you see how it worked with
Submitting, Jenny.
Submit. In
Yes,
time.
sir.
In time.
You will see the lights
parents
eventually.
will come around. Parents, more than anything, they want you to be happy. They just want you to be happy. And they want someone in your life that's going to be good to you. They just don't really care about all these different things. They just want you to be happy at the end of the day. So just back off. Leave this father alone. I mean, you're not, you guys are saying you want his respect, you want his love, you want this, you want his patience, you want his kindness, all the stuff you want. Show him the same thing that you want.
Give him the same grace.
The same thing that you're asking from him, do the same for him. He has given you his answer in a very loving way.
Yeah.
He could have gone all
He hasn't
deep.
cursed you.
He hasn't done any of that stuff. He can't be there. He loves you. He supports you. He's not going to be there. Just let it be for now.
Yeah.
And then let him come on his own, which he will. Eventually he will. Your father loves you.
Yeah.
So
Ariel. And
Ariel and Beanie.
She does not want this man to have no family.
She
And then
doesn't want to be
you
around
are
his family.
so
She wants
dramatic,
to move
like-
him from from Ethiopia to Kenya because you and your family had good memories there, or I think she said.
No,
you
she
and
said they
Beanie.
were they conceived a child there, and that's where they went.
Okay, got you. So she
But
wants him away
I
from
just-
his sisters and stuff like that.
I really can't. I'm not going to even sit here and act like I like the girl. I don't.
Oh, yeah, okay,
She's just one. She's so rude. She told
Yeah.
this man to shut the F up not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then on top of that, you're here making assumptions.
Yeah.
You have a control issue.
Yeah.
You do not like the fact that You aren't in Ethiopia, and you cannot control what that man does. You're
Yeah.
here talking out the side of your neck saying, God knows who you effed and this, that, and the third.
I know.
Do you have proof?
No proof
You're here talking about how
whatsoever.
he's made into a party house. Did you see a party house when we saw him in
No,
the
they
house
were
eating
sitting
breakfast?
They were actually sitting outside, talking, him and his friends.
Yeah. But I also
And
remember
he
the
said
sister
he
that fed him breakfast and he was just at the computer.
I may have come down late that day.
Yeah. But no, the house
Yeah.
has not been turned into some drug party house.
I know.
And you're
his
just
friends
saying
take
all
him
this.
to the club. So what? You're not
What
there.
do you want
took
him
the
to
baby.
do? You want
What
him
do
to
you want
stay
him
in
to
the
do?
house trapped, crying because you're not there with the baby?
No, she wants him to sit there
And
until
talk
she
to her all
calls-
day.
Until she calls him, and after he talks to her, put the phone down and continue to sit there. Like, Ari,
You have like issues.
this girl cannot be happy. She is very upset. Was that guy, Leandro, or whatever his name was?
Yeah,
did not
she's
want
very
her.
mad that he did not want her.
He
She
did
was
not
trying
want
every
her.
which
Oh,
way to.
yes.
The way she hugged him.
him.
He was not trying to hug you, sis. He was trying to hug you and your husband.
Together.
And you were like, oh.
Like, after the hug, yeah, after he
Just,
hugged her,
and then
them
he
like
was
that,
like, he said,
she
okay,
had
let
to
go.
hug him. Oh my god.
And then your husband saying, easy.
Yeah,
Alejandro even said that before you said that because he didn't want your woman.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
you, God, makes
She
me-
realized, I think, when Leandro came by that
He was not interested.
Not interested.
But if he had given her even an
At
inch,
all.
she would have jumped over that bridge
Yes.
so quick.
Can you imagine inviting your ex-husband
Who
to come
does
to your
that?
house?
Where they do that at?
Not only that, you asked him to get you underwear,
Bras.
and he remembered your size. I can't. And you said all of this in front of your current husband.
That just shows she has no respect
You
for this
have
man.
no respect, but you're calling him what? That he is out there
Cheating.
effing people?
What are you doing?
You are like so clueless. So like
I literally
so disrespectful. And then the other thing, the
cannot.
parents are so disrespectful also. Now telling you, oh, you have to come back to
And
America.
she was like, you did your little fun thing over there, whatever the hell that means.
I know.
And they're saying you've had
You
your little
mean
fun over
with-
there.
with the
Now let's
baby's
come.
father?
Yeah, who she is
And if
married
this is how
to.
you guys are gonna talk, if she moves to America, you guys will be there putting down the
Biniam.
baby's father, and you have to remember when you're doing that, that's half of that baby.
Yeah.
That's half of that baby. How do you think he's going to feel? How do you think his self-esteem is going to be? If you make him feel that half of him is some nutty person, some low-down person,
Yeah.
like,
It's
not
just-
okay. And the mother, that mother needs to know better in the way she talks. Like, you're not
You're
giving
so involved in your
sis-
daughter's
your
life. Why don't
daughter
you
good
focus on your
advice.
marriage?
Yeah, why doesn't she be there with her husband? I mean,
It's just like those mothers from I Love Her Mama's Boy. You never see
Yeah.
the husbands
Yeah.
at all. All
They're
involved
so
in the kid's
busy
life.
in the children's lives. You know, be with your husband. Yes, I know you're empty nesters and stuff like that, but that means your marriage is going into another season. Spend time with him and enjoy that. Leave your children alone. Let them make their own decisions.
It's honestly too much. I get a
Oh,
headache
boy.
just talking about this girl.
Yeah.
Biniam, free yourself, brother. Free yourself.
So he cannot free himself. He has a child now. And this is the second child he has had with an American.
You
who
need
takes
to
the
stop
child
going
away.
for American women. You have gorgeous women in your own country.
Yes.
You would not have to worry about
And
your
it's
child
not-
being kidnapped
well,
if you
yeah.
focus on women in your own country.
And it's not even about, you know, oh, he shouldn't be with this because, no, you can be with whoever you want. But the thing is, you've had this outcome. Doesn't make sense. You keep on having the same outcome.
And now she's
and
crying.
you keep on doing that to
with no tears.
with the same women. Stop doing that. Just stop. You know, it's
Even now
almost as
the mother's
if you
talking
like
about
to
how-
have pain. It's almost as if you love the pain of this, the drama. Beanie also, he's addicted to the drama.
Being a victim.
Like Ari, both of them. That's why they attract each other.
And now she's here crying, talking
Okay,
about
let's
crying with no tears, not one tear, dry eyes. Let me wipe my dry cheekbones.
I know. It's so funny how people cry. I guess they're crying on the inside.
No, she ain't crying. She called faking it. That's what that's called. And you're talking about, and then your mom's there saying you will have a perfect life with or without him. Huh?
Not okay.
Y'all don't want her to be married to this man.
Yeah, from the very beginning, it's all.
Y'all all obviously thought it was a joke, but it was a joke because this woman went, she got married to him, and she had a baby with him.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just too much.
Okay, so let's turn up the volume.
God help me. Right, y'all.
Amando's family. Amando's father is coming, so we are happy about that. And okay, Ari is back in Kenya. No, she's in Ethiopia, I think. Or is she in Kenya?
Kenya.
So she is actually in Kenya with her mom. And Bini has arrived from Ethiopia. And it's so cute because you see the baby. You know, it's just amazing how much the babies, they can recognize. You know, it seems like he recognized his father. And he was laughing and, oh. So that was cute.
Yeah.
That was beautiful to see. Hopefully him and Ari will be able to work something out. You know, hopefully. At least for the sake of the child. And the mother, as we said before, she'll not intervene. Yeah. And Elena, you were saying something about her being baptized.
I think it's kind of hypocritical. I don't think he should be forcing her to be baptized, especially when you have not shown a model of what a Mormon should be or how they should act. So I think you're the last person to be telling anybody they should get baptized. And if it's anybody that should be having doubts, is Elena. But you see, that's what happens when you sit there and give people second chances. They now start to mistreat you. And this man just stays gaslighting her. Now he feels like he has some... He
can't trust her word
he
that
thinks
she
he
gave. She will marry him.
Yeah, because
and she
he
will
can't
be baptized.
keep his words. He can't keep his words, but he doesn't
That's why
even
he's projecting.
have... That man doesn't even have a pinky toe to stand on. But you have decided to marry this person, and now this is what you have to do for the rest of your life. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. It's back on. Ariel with her fake tears. Anyway, but what did I say? You know, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it proudly. I told y'all so.
You did.
I told y'all that Submit did not want to marry Jenny. No. I told you this man has been having fun with this woman for 10 plus years. This man is not serious, and this man does not want to marry Jenny. It doesn't matter how many blessings he gets. It doesn't matter if the whole thing of India blesses him. He will not get married to that woman. I said it. This man is talking about, oh, let's go see an astrologer. Let's not get married tomorrow. This woman is almost in her grave, and you still have not married her yet.
But you know, she did say if
Jenny is now
excuse. He's like, if she
but
doesn't
that's
marry
why
me, then I'll know he did not want to marry.
That's why, parents, it's important for you to get the hell out the way when the child is misbehaving or going down a bad path, because you don't want to be the reason, the excuse that they don't do something. Now, Submit even said, I never ever thought that they would agree. So that's why he kept on using the excuse. Now that she has moved out the way,
oh child. Now he's like, okay, but don't want to.
He said yes, nervous.
Huh? Let's go to an astrologer,
Jenny,
so we can have the right to date.
I hate to say this, but you have wasted 12 years of your life. You could have gotten married to a nice American man who's old like you, and y'all could have had a beautiful life by now without all the stress.
I was here praising Submit, happy, and Submit, you're looking a little. How are you looking a little bit?
When this man...
And you said it.
When a man...
You've been saying it ever since he gave her a promise ring.
When a grown man gives another grown woman who was in her 80s a promise ring, he's not serious. If a man gives you a promise ring, run. Run to the hills. And that's for high schoolers.
He has his own ring on the finger as though he's already married. I mean, this guy...
Do not play house when you don't have a ring and you definitely are married. Don't play house.
And let me tell you something. Submit, when we first met him, now he looks better now. It seems as though he now is looking better, right? Because of Jenny's money, probably. And then and then I'm sure when he goes out, maybe there are some women who go and say, hey, my daughter, I want her to marry you. Do you have someone? And he's thinking to himself, I could marry somebody else. I hope he doesn't do Jenny like that because that's not right.
He is going to do Jenny like that. He's been doing her like that for 12
oh my
years.
Goodness.
First of all, the red flag wasn't even the promise ring. The red flag was when he catfished her. Because they met through a website,
right.
and he said he was a
Yes.
white guy who was in his 30s or was in his 20s.
Yes, very handsome guy.
Came out,
right?
he was Indian. He lived in a whole other country.
He was shorter
and he
than
was
what he said he was.
Yes, and he was like 4 or 5 years older than what he has said. So that was a red flag. But
Yeah.
Jenny, you, as old as you are, decided not to look at the red flags. Now look at you, 12 years later. I had to say I told you
Wow.
so, but I told you so.
You did say it. I guess for me, I know what my head is saying that you're right, but then for me, I'm like,
You feel bad for the
I feel
elderly.
bad
You
because
do.
she's like
Yeah.
in her 60s. I'm like,
It's unfortunate.
please don't let that be the case that she got played by Submit. So
There is
I'm
no-
really hoping now that the mother was like, okay, she's fine. She hugged him. I love you. But the mother did say that, hopefully if I leave them alone, he will not get married.
There's no
But
age
she
limit
did
for
tell Jenny she's not going to stand in the way.
there's no age limit for a woman on when she can and cannot get played.
That is so true.
Everybody is a target.
Yeah.
Better watch your back. Watch your back, watch your side, watch your front, watch your corner eye. Watch yourself
Oh
up.
my God. Like, this man has shocked me. I can't even sit up anymore. I'm just like,
Submit don't
and
want
because,
Jenny.
I feel bad
Listen,
for
I think
her.
Submit still wants children. He still wants the traditional Indian marriage. He still does.
Because
But he's
he
been
did
having
say
fun.
He misses that because he did tell her when the parents came. He did say he misses the Indian culture. He misses going to work. He did say all of that. Now, and I wonder about the children. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God! This is where she throws the pot over the ledge.
That's another show.
Oh
That's
my
another
God!
show.
Oh my God!
She was throwing it at the house.
Mom, yes, and then the mother had to lock
Okay.
her out.
We gotta. We're
Yeah,
gonna have to
Papa,
talk
God,
about
we'll
this
be
later.
back.
Ethiopia and texting me, telling me, Vinny, he's at the club. Vinny, he's seen with different women. Vinny, he has different people in and out of the house all of the time. Then, I'm not dumb. I can put things together when you don't pick up your phone, when you don't communicate, when you don't want to talk to your son. The picture becomes very clear.
ኢትዮጵያ ብዙ ጓደኞች አሉኝ ነው የምትለው እና ላይክ ክለብ ስትሄድ የምታደርጋቸውን ነገሮች እንዳለ ደውለው ይነግሩኛል እና ስልክ ስደውልልህ ሳታነሳ
Vinny was just like, you're so full of it. That's why he's staring her down.
So, because of the shame that I began to feel,
The shame.
I realized that I could never go back and live in Ethiopia.
That's a victim.
Shame, just what are you thinking?
May I finish?
God help me.
Didn't just say to me, oh, there's people in and out of your house. That's not what they said. People have seen you with 1 or 2 particular women again and again. That is what people are saying.
No, you're wrong.
So you're listening to hearsay, she say.
You
have no
lying.
proof.
She is. What she's doing. She wants to be in Kenya, but her parents probably have warned her. You cannot take that child from. You can't take that child to another African country because probably what's going to happen, he might say you kidnapped the child. So she brought an interpreter, which is really somebody, a witness, because he speaks English, and making up these stories about how a friend.
Your friend does, if he see that, if he tell you like wrong way, just you change your mind, you're poison.
So in this past 2 months, you've made no mistakes.
For me? Yeah.
Yeah.
In your mind, you're thinking just
Not
cheat.
just
I
about
didn't cheat
sex
on
with
you.
other people.
Yeah, exactly. He cheat on
What
you.
have you done to disrespect your family?
I don't want to fight. I don't want. I came for peace and for my relationship.
The more I talk to Vinny, the more frustrated I'm getting.
Yeah, because,
Yeah,
he's not
because you're trying to
going-
look for something to fight with this man about.
Yeah. She wants to stay in
God.
Kenya. This is what she has wanted to do.
She's so full of it that makes me want to vomit.
And maybe she has found somebody.
I don't want this family. I want Abby.
You need to wake the hell up, Biniam.
Bini, when she left, she doesn't want to go.
She's like cringing at the fact that he said, I love you.
And I really don't want to cause him that pain. But at this
You
point,
don't
I really
care,
just left me with no
Ari.
choice. If he doesn't see that he's done something wrong, then there's nothing I can do. Until you take responsibility for your actions and your decisions,
I don't know, this woman has some problems. A lot of control. A lot of control.
You know, I know that you are. I know where you're at.
She's trying so hard to fix the tears in her eyes. They're so dry. They're so dry.
And I feel sorry for you, and I feel sorry for Ami because I want Ami to grow up and have a man that's his father and he can respect.
Huh?
There are men out here that
She's
have
just
done
making up
horrible
stories as she
shit
goes along.
to their children.
Ay, ay, ay. I don't know.
But you know, Biniam, you keep on going for these American women, and this is the result every time. So I can't say that, you know, I feel 1,000% sorry for
Because
you.
it happened already before.
Person I was before, there's a big difference. Post marriage, that was the biggest disaster. I don't think I can survive another divorce.
Oh, so let's blame the fact that you're divorced now, Summit.
I'm scared of that.
Oh, he doesn't want to be a part of any marriage.
I just don't want to get married
What?
to this religion because I believe that if you get married through God,
Yeah.
it's still dead. To
That is marriage, Evelyn.
Coming back here to my sister's house makes me.
I can't.
Feeling me.
Did Submit just say that he doesn't want to be married?
I said till kingdom come, this man will have an excuse. He does not.
Oh,
All you
my
people
goodness.
out there who love Submit, open your eye sockets because Submit does not want to marry Jenny.
Oh my God.
His parents can beg him to marry Jenny. He won't do it.
He doesn't want to be part of any.
He does not want to be part of any marriage. Now this man is sitting here and
Oh,
Kind of crazy.
what?
Her apartment was turned into this crazy place with all these girls coming in and out.
Absolutely, it's not like that.
Let's talk about reality. Did you cheat on Ari?
Look at that.
You see, now the mother
This-
is coming. This is what they wanted to do.
I'm
let me just
exhausted.
say this, and then we're gonna leave it alone. First of all,
I still have something to say.
Ariella, she doesn't want to be with Benny.
No.
When that her guy came, that husband
She's
of
gonna
hers,
go try to stalk him and get back with him. Mark my words.
And then she realized that, you know, she really wanted that guy. The guy doesn't want her anymore because she had a child with Benny. That was it for him. She doesn't want to be with Benny. And I don't think she wants to be in America either. All right? So she rather go to Kenya, have some relationship there, probably with another Kenyan guy, and be there because that's where she was before. So I think she wants to be in
Free.
Kenya. She doesn't want to really be
I
in
mean,
the
she
US.
loves her first
You know why?
husband.
Yeah, because
on a
in
whim.
the US, she will be with her parents and her sister, who will always be telling her what to do and putting her down. Just like how the sister was like, "You've done that, you little thing. Now it's time to get serious." She doesn't. Who wants to deal with that? She knows in America that's what she'll have to deal with because she doesn't have a job right now. She probably doesn't have any money. She's leaning on her parents because they're the ones who set up that place for her in Ethiopia. So she'd rather now go to Kenya, let them help her again, and find another relationship. But until she fixes herself, this whole control thing, it is not going to work.
You are
Now,
literally pulling strings from the
Benny-
sky.
Yes. Benny, and probably this time, hopefully, she'll find someone who actually has enough money so that she can be at home. Benny, the thing is, the reason why they even brought this interpreter is just to be there as a witness in Kenya. So when they go to court, they can say, the woman will explain what they said. So they have made up this whole story. I mean, first of all, Ari, you have no clue that he cheated on you or anything like that. She doesn't want to be with him. She wants to be with the baby, but she doesn't want to be jailed for kidnapping a child.
She's pulling
That's all it
anything from
is.
the sky.
And Benny, I don't feel sorry for him because this is the second woman you're doing this with, and
You have now woke up.
Like, really, at some point, you just gotta grow up. So, you know, you know what she's doing? She's doing the same thing how Zach did Michaela. Instead of just
The
being
gaslight.
honest, just be honest with
Honest.
Benny. Say, hey, you know something?
This was
I don't
fun,
want you anymore.
but I don't want
it
this
was
no more.
fun. I had a child. I've always wanted to have a child. Now I have a child, but I don't want to be with you. I don't love you like that. Okay? It was lust. Whatever it is you were feeling. Be honest, but she never will. Because she wants to play the victim. She wants to
She
pretend
sat
cry.
there for 10 minutes
and-
trying to
and-
make tears.
And she wants people to be on her side so that she feels as though she was the good one and all this stuff. There's certain people like that who don't want to take accountability. We see it all the time. There's no point in even going back and forth. I don't feel sorry for Beanie because this is your second go around this circle. Stop not having condoms. Stop marrying someone else who doesn't live in your country, and there's that potential for her to go away to her country, and you don't have your responsibility as a father right there. Stop also trying to be a victim, Benny. Maybe you do that because you want to continue to be a victim, continue to have children that you're not responsible for. So for both of them, I mean, it's just too exhausting seeing both of them. Like, anywho.
And
We are going to watch something else.
Yeah,
this is
but
over for today.
you know, Jenny
Anything
and
else you wanted to say?
Submit.
Oh yeah, Submit.
I said, Submit does not want. Now this man,
Oh my God.
he has no excuse of
He
no
said he
excuse of his
wants
parents.
no
He has no
marriage.
legal thing or whatever holding him back.
Yes.
There's nothing holding this man back.
Yes.
Now he wants to go pull out of the sky somewhere.
Well,
My
that was
divorce
good.
has really changed me, and I really don't want to get divorced again. I actually don't want to be a part of any marriage. Wow,
marriage.
you never said that before.
No.
Wake
He
up,
was
Jenny.
hoping that the parents will never. He said he never thought that the parents would give their okay. Now that they gave their blessing and they said they're not going to interfere, well, they didn't give their blessing. They just said we're not interfering. We love her, whatever. Now he's saying this. I am so sorry for Jenny.
I'm not
Maria,
shocked.
you
I
were
said this
so
before.
Right.
It's
Oh my
just a
goodness.
mess.
My wish for at least an older woman to have some young guy who
Get
likes
with
her.
somebody your own age.
Jenny.
My thing is, yes, you might go for a young guy, but the thing is,
Who,
I just don't think it's
child?
right. Because the thing is, if you've already lived your life, you've had your kids, don't sit there and expect a younger person not to want to have their own life
I don't
and
think
have
Submit
kids to
even
get married
wants
and all that
children.
stuff.
Let's think about it.
Mom, he probably don't want it now because he probably thinks he look
He
good with his little
don't.
comb over. You
Yeah.
know, he guess he's lost some weight. He's
Yes.
feeling sexy
He
now
is. He is.
or whatever.
He
So-
doesn't want. Submit wants to have. That's why he was catfishing. He wants to have different women talk to different women on the. He might.
He
already
think he's
be
a
doing
player.
that.
He think he a
The
player. Pop your
player.
collar.
Oh my God! I am taken aback. Taken aback.
It's just too much.
Whew, okay.
And apparently,
Ooh,
who's
child.
crying? Anyway, Evelyn was talking about how she doesn't want to marry Corey. And Corey's talking about how, marriage is about pain and suffering. Anyway, we gotta go because I Love a Mom's Boy is on,
But
and
thank you
Emily
for
is throwing
joining
the flowers.
us. We really
But
appreciate
yes,
it.
thank you for joining us. It is
Ooh,
Mary.
hot and Amma.
And thank you for tuning in.